If you want a true second brain that stores all your knowledge, ideas and writing, don't use Notion, use Kortex. After years of using Notion, I realized it is a great software and tool, and I even built an entire business structure inside of it, as you can see right here and scrolling down. But when it comes down to having a second brain, Notion lags in particular ways, and other software is taking on the lead. Notion is great for its purpose, but when it comes down to a second brain, there are other alternatives. In this video, I will discuss Kortex, a new second brain for creators and also knowledge workers, and it changed my life, and it's actually just publicly available for the last 1 or 2 months. But in this way, I had the option to test it out a bit earlier because I was in a wait list, so I have a bit more knowledge than just 1 or 2 months of public availability. So in short, 80% of my work gets done here in Kortex before I use any other apps like Notion or even Milanode. So if you want to learn more about my second brain structure, because I use different softwares, I will link down the previous video, or you can also sign up to my 90-day challenge, which is a free course. The main goal actually of this challenge is building a life of freedom, autonomy, and while pursuing your passions without financial restrictions and waking up feeling motivated and excited. There's no bullshit, just pure value for free for 90 days. I get quite detailed about my second brain structure, my systems, and my templates in a challenge, so the link is down below. So what is actually Kortex and what is the primary features? So first of all, we have here a specific library and highlight feature, which is a connection to Readwise. Many of you might be familiar with Readwise, and they created an app called Readwise Reader. For example, I read for around an hour every morning, collect ideas, tag them in Readwise Reader, and then all the information gets sent into Kortex library, which is here, and this benefits my writing later on. So a short explanation when I'm start writing my newsletter, which will be published out tomorrow. We can also open up the side peek here of the library. For example, so I can just put it here on the right side, the highlights of the library from any specific book I read. And then all the highlights are stored here from reading before, reading the days before. And then everything can be used on the right side panel and gives me additional information for my newsletters and my writing in general. And then for some other purposes, I also highlight specific templates or information on the right panel. So I do some connections between the book, which I just showed you. Then for some videos as well. So I collect and connect some videos to this newsletter as well. Other books like Psycho-Cybernetics, like a YouTube video from Wrestling with the Angel. And yeah, so a lot of things will be somehow stored here. The information will be provided in the newsletter. What I also do is I have a specific template which I create for myself for my challenge. And this challenge template is this one here. And for example, when I'm writing, sometimes I have a good idea and I use one of the writing texts, as you can mention here, social posts. A lot of them will be converted here on the other side. The biggest thing that is holding you back in life, which is the same newsletter here, and the information will be changed from the newsletter to the other side, and then from there on will be repurposed for other platforms. So just for an interest how I'm actually creating my content. The link is below, and this allows you to download this or duplicate this template, which I created here. So you can just download it. It's entirely for free. And there's also way more free stuff in my 90-day challenge. So the link is also down below, or you can just duplicate this template and join the challenge over here. It's up to you. Yeah, and after my 1 hour of writing my newsletters like these ones, I write even more stuff like challenges and the free courses, which the challenge is actually an entire free 90-day course where I put all my information inside. Then I also finish up the to-dos on my accountability planner, and also like tasks and other things I need to get done. And then this is the stuff I do every single day. And 80% of my work gets done in Kortex. And then later I switch into Notion and do the stuff here and do the project management. And then I switch later sometimes as well, or in between, to Milanode and do some connections and brainstorming. And everything I write, whether newsletters, courses, social media, YouTube scripts, diaries, emotions, or thoughts, is done primarily in Kortex first, and then will be constructed into other tools and softwares like Notion or Mila note, and then it will be published. And for example, I know reading and writing are the primary things I need to get done every single day to keep my business up, to stay mentally sharp, and to not get insane from millions of ideas and thoughts every single day. And honestly, I was never a writer, and I hated writing until I discovered Kortex, as mentioned in the beginning. And yeah, I would recommend you giving it a shot, understanding the system, because there's a lot of tutorials in the Kortex community. And once you understand the system, it will change how you think, how your business works, and how you encounter challenges in life. And for that reason, I created 90-day challenges to actually bring me forward in life, and then hopefully give my education back to a lot of other people. So there's honestly no bullshit in these 90 days, and you get 12 newsletters, exactly step by step how you can change your life in 90 days. And then you wake up feeling more excited, have more autonomy, more freedom in your life, doing your passions, doing the stuff you really want. And that is the primary outcome of my challenge. Maybe it takes 90 days for you, maybe it takes 180 days for you, with 2 challenges. This is really depending on you, but all the information I have in my brain and from my past couple of years of business experience are inside of this challenge. And it's entirely for free. So see you in the next video or in the challenge.